In this video, I'm going to put myself on the spot and show you guys how much I spent in one full year of having my Amex Gold card, and if it would make sense to divide that spend between two or more cards, or if it makes sense to use one card for everything. And this is just for my spend, but we're also going to take out an interesting article in just a minute, which might shed a little bit more light on who it makes sense for. And hopefully, if you are thinking about either applying for the Amex Gold card or creating your own credit card setup, this would help you make a better decision. So from November 6th, 2022, which is when I got approved for the gold card, to November 6th, 2023, which was just a few days ago, I spent a total of $27,000. $6,000 on travel, $5,100 on restaurants and dining, $895 in entertainment, and then the rest was broken up into different categories such as business services, merchandise and supplies, and just other categories that make up a bunch of random purchases, and that was a total of about $15,000. Now, I'm not sure exactly how many points I earned from my spending because it's a little tricky. I earned 100,000 points from my welcome bonus, 100,000 points from referrals, and then a total of like 304,000 points for the year. But I know I did not spend enough to earn over 100,000 points on my own, so I'm really confused where those other points came from. So I want to estimate and say I earned around 50,000 to 60,000 points, but I'm really not sure. When you look at my spending, I only earned 1 point per dollar for majority of my purchases. My two highest categories were restaurants and travel. I personally don't feel I spend enough money to apply for a card that has a higher annual fee than the Amex Gold card. So let's pretend I didn't have the Amex Gold card at all, but I had the Citi Premier card and the Capital One Venture card. Both of those cards have an annual fee of $95 for a total of $190 per year. With the Citi Premier card, I would have earned 3 points per dollar on air travel, hotels, and restaurants, and then I could have used my Capital One Venture card as my catch-all card, where I'm earning 2 miles per dollar on all purchases. With my spend for the year, I would have earned 18,000 points on travel, 15,300 points on restaurant purchase with the Citi Premier card, and then 31,800 miles on my other general purchases with the Capital One Venture card for a total of 65,100 points for the year. Now, if I put all of my purchases on the Capital One Venture card, I would have earned 54,000 miles for the year. And if I put all my purchases on the Citi Premier card, I would have earned 49,200 points for the year. So as you can see in that example, I would have earned the most points and miles if I used both cards and divided my spend across those two cards. But then, you would have only earned 30,000 on this card, 30,000 on that card, and then your points are divided and separated. So you have to see if that's something that would be okay with you. Now, let's say I wanted to stay in the Amex family and I wanted to pair another card with my gold card to maximize my earnings. I think because the multipliers are so high on food and flights, that it makes sense to look for a card that gives you more than 1 point per dollar on all purchases, and then maybe a strong multiplier for hotel purchases. So in this example, we're looking at either a Hilton or a Marriott card. And the reason at this point in my life why I wouldn't consider getting the platinum card is because I would personally like to be spending way more on flights and hotels per month or just annually than I do. I don't care enough for lounge access to get the card. Everyone's reasoning for applying for the platinum card is different, so that's just my personal reasoning. But if that makes sense for you, then by all means go ahead and do that. I really like that Hilton has a wide range of cards for you to choose from, so you can choose one that makes sense for your lifestyle. The Hilton Honors card has no annual fee, while the Hilton Surpass card has an annual fee of $150. They both offer 3 points per dollar on all purchases, but the main difference in terms of multipliers is a Hilton Honors card gives you 7 points per dollar, while the Hilton Surpass card gives you 12 points per dollar on Hilton hotel purchases. And in my personal opinion, how much you spend on Hilton hotels should be the deciding factor on if you decide to get the card with the annual fee or not. For example, if you spend $5,000 a year on Hilton hotels, you would earn 60,000 points with the Hilton Surpass card and 35,000 points with the Hilton Honors card. And that big of a difference in points could be the difference between you staying 3 nights on vacation or 4 nights. And you have to decide if that's worth paying an annual fee. And of course, you'll also consider the other benefits of the Surpass card like gold status, the free night award, national car rental status, and more. So if I decided to pair my gold card with the Hilton Honors card, I would have earned 66,000 points for the year just with my Hilton Honors card on all my random purchases that fall into the general supplies and merchandise, the business services, entertainment, and all those purchases. And that means that I would have used my gold card just for flights, restaurants, dining, groceries, and things like that. And that would have got me around 32,000 points for the year, which is just so crazy. And that would have been a total of about 98,000 points for the year across both cards. I've said this a couple times in my other videos, but I do think I'm going to replace my gold card with the green card in the upcoming months, but I do not think I'm going to cancel my gold card for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons is I've gotten so many amazing Amex offers this year on my Gold card that have saved me over $300. And I know that not every Amex card gets these same offers. There's people who have, the Amex Platinum and the Amex Gold, and they say that their offers across both cards are completely different. Sometimes they do overlap, but sometimes one of the cards gets better offers. And so if I got the Amex Green card and the offers weren't as good as my Amex Gold card, that would make me really sad. And the other reason is just that I earned 100,000 bonus points in referrals. And so if I can continue to do that every single year, I have no problem continuing to pay the annual fee for the card. Because in my mind, my favorite redemption that I talk about all the time is the flight that I booked to Paris. It was round trip, I think 22,000 points. And so if I could do that 5 times and have to pay $250 just to keep the card open, I'm happy to do that. And also, while I would be earning a lot of Hilton points, you also have to remember that Hilton points do not go as far as Amex points. And I also don't know that I want to earn Hilton points because I prefer to use my points to book flights. So in theory, it might make sense for one of you guys to divide your spend across different cards if that's what you choose to do. But for me personally, I think using one card is sufficient right now. I definitely want to continue to think about it, but I don't know, it's hard because I don't want Hilton points, I don't want Marriott points, I don't want Capital One miles. And so it's just a little tricky. But there's this article that I want to show you that came out. And this is just a breakdown of Americans' credit card spending. And when I first looked at this article, I thought it was going to be great for this video because I'm like, great, this is great research, great data. And then I looked at, how much people were spending on clothes and shoes. And I'm like, who is spending $522 a month? This is monthly on clothes and shoes. You're spending $500 to improve your home every single month. And then I, read the article in its entirety, and you find that the people in the study had an average net worth of $1.3 million and a median net worth of $405,000. This article link will be posted in the description box if you want to read it. And so I wanted to kind of look at, their categories and see if you were spending this much money per month, would it make sense for you to have a credit card set up, or would it still be better for you to put all your purchases on one card? And so just really quick, we're going to do the math. If this person or these people were to take the $2,923 they were spending on, general merchandise, home improvement, healthcare, clothing, shoes, and put it on something like the Capital One Venture card, they would be earning almost 6,000 points per month. And then they would earn about 7,804 points per month with the Amex Gold card. And so that's about 14,000 points per month that these people would be earning, which gives you 165,000 points per year if they were to have a credit card set up. And I think for an example like that, that completely makes sense, because why would you want to settle for just under 100,000 points per year when you could bring in 165,000 points per year? If these people were to have the Amex Gold card as their only card, they would earn about 4,516 points a month in groceries and dining, 2,466 points per month on travel, and then 2,923 points per month on all their other purchases. And this is a total of 9,905 points per month, which gives you 118,000 points for the year. But as you can see, they would still earn more points by having some sort of credit card set up. I hope this video was a little helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.